the murders that have, Kate Steinle in San Francisco, the violence that has occurred, whether it's through illegal immigration or drug cartels on the border or sanctuary cities, that has nothing to do. The fact that you have these criminals who are coming here has nothing to do with whether we're compassionate or not.
Right.
The person who killed Kate Steinle was a multi-convicted felon. Who stole the firearm from a Parks Department official there at the Golden Gate Park. That should never have happened. No. That should never have happened. And we, as our government, owes the Steinle family more than it can ever pay them back.
Can't bring Kate back.
No, and that's the thing. You cannot. Yeah. And the horror that occurred there, and the fact that we still have people who try to block legislation to deal with those sanctuary cities is a huge problem. We are a compassionate nation of compassionate people who can come out and help those who are trying to get a better life. But that person was not trying to get a better life. That person was there to do his criminal acts and to take a life.
We are a selective, compassionate nation. I say we.
We are.
We are.
Yes,
we are selectively compassionate. And, and I can't even say with all due respect to Obama. I'm just going to say not that, okay? It really incenses me when he doesn't offer apologies or doesn't offer condolences to families who desperately deserve them, and yet he will come out and do something insane. Like, I mean, we are selective with our compassion.
Yes. We are
selective, and this is what has caused a lot of divisiveness and I believe it has caused racial stirring up as well as the stirring up and the divisiveness about the immigration. I believe he has done us a disservice. 571-2428, 571-CHAT.
WFIA, The Spirit.
Compassionate, experienced, respected. Comprehensive Foot and Ankle Centers and Doctors Chris Hubbard and Timothy Hanna understand that your feet are the foundation for taking your body where you need to go. So don't take foot pain lightly. From mild sprains to fracture care, Comprehensive Foot and Ankle's compassionate staff is committed to helping you return to a pain-free, active life. Treatments such as laser therapy for heel pain, Achilles tendonitis, and toenail fungus can get you back on your feet again. Fracture care, arthroscopy of the ankle, diabetic foot care, structural deformities of the foot or ankle. The name says it all. Comprehensive Foot and Ankle can help. So if you have persistent pain in your feet or ankles, give Comprehensive Foot and Ankle a call at 797-3338. That's 797-3338. Office is located in Shepherdsville at the Jewish Hospital Medical Center and in Louisville at Norton Brownsboro Crossings behind Cabela's across from Costco. Call for an appointment today at 797-3338.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world, informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are,
we have an accident on the expressway.
When important things happen,
you see this man, contact authorities immediately.
We're here, at all hours, in the moment, on every device in your life. Your local radio and TV broadcasters. We investigate and inform.
Our political investigation saved taxpayers.
Give back to the community.
Our radio station is now accepting donations to help rebuild this community.
Even save lives.
It's time to just hunker down. It's too late now to leave.
America's #1 source for news, weather, and information on your radio, TV, computer, tablet, and smartphone. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Tell Washington local stations matter by texting radio to 52886. Furnished by NAB and the station. Message and data rates may apply.
This is Jim. Jim is a dad who just rode Thunderbird at Holiday World and Splash in Safari and would like to tell you all about it. As you can hear, he's a little overcome with excitement though, so I'm here to translate. Jim says you blast out of the station and go from 0 to 60 to upside down in the first 3.5 seconds. And that then you plummet back towards the earth and feel like you're totally going to graze your feet on the ground. Whee! That you shoot back up in the air and loop upside down again before you're convinced you're going to hit the tracks of the voyage. And that the next time you twist upside down, that's 3 so far if you're counting, Jim says, then you fly through the barn where you feel like... Well, I can't very well repeat that on the radio. Oh, look, here comes Jim's wife and kids.
Bring your family to ride on Thunderbird. You can get great discounts at holidayworld.com, and we're closer than you think. You might even say within screaming distance.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's Election Selection 2016. Did we cover immigration, Garrett?
I think we did. I think we covered it well.
All right. So where else? I mean, what was it that yesterday that really caught your attention that we have not discussed?
Well, I mean, there was a couple things. Number one, you had some incumbents lose their primaries in North Carolina.
That was big.
Renee Elmers lost her primary. Well, it was... Unfortunately, it was big. I mean, you're going to get a lot of attention to it because she had robocalls from Donald Trump, and she lost her election. So you're going to, which I think she was in a contentious election anyway.
She was.
That was going to happen. But it's always contentious when you have a incumbent member of Congress lose their primary because that is a inside move based upon showing that the people who they represent did not care for what they had been doing in recent times, or they felt like there was a better person involved. I don't know. That seat is pretty safe for Republicans, so it's not. And a lot of people are talking about, oh, that's going to be, it's in play for now. It's not in play. I mean, it's not in play in the general election. That's a pretty safe Republican seat. There are some seats. We mentioned in the first hour that there will be no Republican on the ballot for Senate in California. Yeah. In fact, didn't even come close.
They changed the rules now. You have to understand they're following Europe, parliamentarian style of government. And, as you mentioned, it happened in Washington and now it's filtered down. But they always do. I mean, when Europe does it, about 2 years later, we see the styles change to Europe, the European flair. And, California they want to be Europe. I think they should just pick up and go over there and just be part of it. How about that?
Well, I mean, and of course, they have the right to change their way. That's why we have different state election systems.
But it's going to filter over.
Yeah,
and I don't know that that's a really good democratic way.
I don't know that will filter over because I will say this. I think you're going to see it more in some of the western states. Of course, it will never happen for president because president is run by the federal, by a federal system. But
to cut out a party.
Well, I mean, the argument would be there.
And I can I say this? Yeah. When it happens to the Democrats, it will be something that they will stand on their heads.
And that's why, like I said in the first hour, Barbara Boxer and that's why I think she is concerned. She came out and said that because she sees that there's a possibility. Anytime that you have that, and I've talked about this on the show before. I think that we all need to get to that mentality of thinking when somebody says, okay, we're going to impose this on this group of people, we need to remember all you got to do is change that group. It could be you next time.